Welcome to Comic Toy Reviews. This is a review on movie Hawkeye from the Avengers action figures, and it says 3 launching arrows. Looks like it has a ridiculous gimmick. You got sunglasses on. Figure looks okay. I'm not exactly sure on the likeness, but maybe for this scale not so bad. It's called Marvel's Hawkeye movie series. This is the back of the card. Going to open this up now and continue the review. This is movie Hawkeye out of the package, and it's an okay action figure. Actually a little better than I thought it would be. And that's right, he has 2 bows, but there's no arrow and there is no string for the bow. I guess you could make like a homemade string maybe on the top area, like over there if you want it. And you can maybe use an arrow from another figure. And you can hold one on each hand. And he has just a back piece here. It's to hold the arrows like in the movie, but it really does nothing. And it also had this circle piece. And what you're supposed to do is you attach one of the arrows here. And that's right, even though I said he has no arrows, at least for a comic book type version, he has 3 of these ridiculous extra huge arrows that on the gimmick that you're supposed to put in here, and then you pull it back there and it fires. And that's the actual gimmick. And it does work. You just put the arrow in here and you just launch it. But personally, I just think it would look kind of ridiculous on a display having this huge piece here and a big red arrow. It just don't look cool. But thankfully you were able to remove the bow, and so this piece could just be separate or use it for whatever. So he at least can hold a movie bow and it doesn't look ridiculous. So that's pretty cool. The sunglasses are sculpted on in detail, so you cannot remove the glasses. Some people don't think this looks like Renner at all, and I don't know about that. When I took a look, I see a little of the actor in him. I mean, when you have figures at this scale, getting an accurate to the actor type of look is very hard to do, even in the best circumstances. It's really tough, especially in this smaller scale. But I think it's a decent job, and it works okay for me here. Can't really complain. I do like the use of a shield symbol here, and they put a shield symbol there. Might be a little tough to see, but it is 2 shield symbols. It's a nice detail. And the costume detailing doesn't look bad. You could see the strap here, and you could see kind of looks like a SWAT type of bodysuit. Even in the movie, because the action happens so fast and he has a dark colored costume, it really is tough to really see all the accurate details, to how movie accurate it might be or might not be. But I think they captured a good job here. You could see some straps, and you could see the detailed sculpt in terms of the strappings and the feet area. You could see at the wrist area some detailing, and on the right wrist, the hand probably hold the bow, and you could see sculpt detailing on that. Turning it around here, maybe they could have just added like an arrow or 2 in sculpt detail here, like sticking out. That would have been a nice little addition, but guess not. Looks pretty plain in the back area. Most of the costume here is just on the chest area, it straps. Like the other Avengers action figures from the movie, it does suffer in the articulation department, and if you saw my other reviews, you'll know my thoughts on that it could have done a better job. And as mentioned, you got this arrow piece and the 3 things you could shoot out, and they gave you 2 bows, which is kind of cool, so you could hold 1 in each hand. But other than that, let's get to the articulation. The head, side to side, pretty good range of motion. You do get some up and down, but just a little bit, but enough to make some good poses like that to the side, or like that, so that's not bad. Shoulders could go in and out, up and down, and 1 articulation point at the elbow, and you can spin it around. No wrist articulation, nothing. It's an open grip, and this got a little open grip as well, but no wrist articulation either. So if you want to move the wrist, you just got to move it by the elbow to pose it. And it lacks articulation here. No upper body articulation, no waist articulation, nothing. And it got the ball joints in the hips, side to side, up and down, and the upper thigh articulation points. It has 1 point at the knee articulation, and you can spin it. 1 point at the knee only. You can spin that. And as usual for this line, nothing at the ankle. No articulation at the ankle, which you could have used. So that's right, no articulation over here, none at the upper body, none at the wrists, and 1 point of knee articulation instead of 2. But I really can't blame that for this Hawkeye figure, because the other figures in this line all have that same type of articulation, really. I'm not sure why Hasbro cut corners in that regard. And I think they could have done a better job. But if you want a movie Hawkeye, this is the only version so far that they made in this scale. Decent action figure, and if you're wanting to complete a movie Avengers lineup, you do need him. I would say there's no regrets in buying the character, and he does complete the team, so it's a good action figure overall, and I would say it's worth getting. Thanks for watching, and talk to you later. That's right, Hawkeye made the Avengers movie. Who would have thought? You would think it would have been Giant Man or Wasp, but no. It was the very human Hawkeye.